Capricorn. Capricorn. This is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. This is a message for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. It is an energy reading, so it comes to you at the time that you call it into you. It is timeless. If you are looking for a personal reading, I do those, and there are some open spots available on my calendar if you're looking for something immediately. Go check out my website, www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com, and choose the service that's right for you. Capricorn. This is Capricorn energy. All right, Capricorn, damn. Okay. Everything is leading toward the future, but okay, this is almost something is you're trying to push toward the future. There is momentum there, and I'm sure the momentum is yours because that is who you are. Pushing forward, but there's a lot that is holding you back. So let me see if I could just show you the cards. See this? This is where we have right here, and this is what we have in the past. There's nothing right now in the future, though I will give that to you. Overcome any obstacle, but it's being pulled back. So there is something that has been a continuous drag. Let's just say drag, because it doesn't mean your whole life is miserable, right? But there has been something that is a continuous drag that is really, it's like a ball and chain. It's not like you can't move, but it's certainly making things more difficult. So the only time, at least in my readings, that anything from the past comes out is because it's impacting what's going on today. So clearly this is something that is dragging. You're trying to move forward, but these problems, issues, challenges persist. Let's go into the past. Spirit has your back. This is Capricornian energy, authority, law, rules, regulations, government. Okay. Could very well be government. Does not have to be you in particular, but it could also be your obligations or simply the law. Then we have showing itself to us, use your mind wisely. So something you had tried to figure out or when you started, it seems like when you started, you knew it was going to be darn near impossible for you to figure it out. But for some reason, you decided to persist anyway. So this was a journey of faith. That's beautiful. Then we have this and that are true. Compromised, but still weighing itself in, seeing things from both perspectives, but this is a difficulty. So finding a balance has been very difficult with this subject. Now let's turn them over, the cards that are hiding from us. We have Scorpio and Sagittarius. A rebirth is assured, so this marks a dynamic change for you. And stereotypically, you would not be Capricorn if you didn't make things so difficult for yourself. You just do, right? And so this tells me this was a very new thing in your life. It's not just a new beginning, a new you, a new way to live your life. Now, I know as an astrologer that Pluto was in Capricorn for quite a few years. It's still hanging out because of its retrograde. It's still hanging out in the last couple of degrees, 27, 28, 29 degrees of Capricorn. I don't think it's going to go back anymore. It's actually going to start coming out of retrograde soon. So, but still, some of you, especially those of you born toward the end of Capricorn season especially, are still conjunct to Pluto. And those of you on the Aquarius cusp are going to be conjunct to Pluto throughout next year. So there is that energy of change. Dynamic change, powerful, like taking the bull by the horns, the bull being your life, and deciding that it's going to go in the direction you want it to go. Very difficult thing to do, but this marks a new dawning, a new life. So it marks that there was a big change. Think on your feet is here. This is Sagittarian energy, which means it was a big ass change, but how to handle it and how to do it and where you were going to go. Lots of improv. you knew that it was new. So I gotta say, good on you, man, because that was huge. This was a lot of courage. In other words, my best friend is a Capricorn. She doesn't walk out the door without having researched the map of where she's going. Like that, she has legitimately visited a place to scope out the logistics 2 weeks before she has an appointment or a schedule to do something there. Just so she, I mean, I'm not saying you're all like that, but there is a sense of to be improvisational, to kind of just go with the flow and open yourself up to whatever the day may bring you. That is very challenging energy. And so what this tells me is this is extraordinarily important to you. These were huge life changes, dynamic integrations of newness that you had not come up against, having to find new parts of yourself or develop different strengths because you had to learn as you went, learn trial by fire, right? Diving in the deep end. That's kind of what this is. So sort of sink or swim. But there's something here that you knew it was worth it. A great investment for the future. Yet the things you find are still dragging. So right now, from what I see, I just want to say, Spirit says, do not give up. Do not give up. I think the expectation that things should be all perfect by now, throw them out the window. Like I said, Pluto retrograded back into Capricorn. It's still there. It will be with you through the end of this year. So it's not done yet. And I know that as human beings, Capricorn, we want shit to be done because we're tired. You know what I'm saying? We just need a little bit of a vacation, some break in this, please. And you will be getting a break over the course of the next year. I'm going to tell you right now, the end is near to the ball and chain dragging. This thing will drop off. I promise you. So for right now, you're doing great. And it's your expectations that are really weighing you down because you aren't supposed to be done yet. Especially those born at the very end of Capricorn season. In the beginning, I don't think this is affecting you as profoundly, but I gotta say, I don't know. You never know how energy can affect people. Like I said, this is a timeless reading. So what I'm telling you is whenever this shows up, Capricorn, whatever is dragging you back that you think you should be more advanced on, no, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And take the pressure off of yourself by taking those expectations off of yourself, because the expectations are giving you kind of a convoluted sense of what things should be right now. And they are definitely headed in that direction. And the universe definitely understands and knows. Oh, damn. How great you've been doing. And there's a break coming. You want to know when? I got an exact date for you, bitch. Okay. Oh, exact date. The first moon card that fell out, bam. That's October 14th. And you know what's happening then? A solar eclipse. I just wrote a whole blog about this. Go check out my website. Go check out my social media. I just wrote a whole blog about this, and I'll actually attach it above here. Astrology motivation. I did a whole video about it, and yes, Capricorns are going to be majorly impacted by this new moon that's coming up on the 14th. Major. Balance spirituality with practicality. Full moon in Pisces. This card for me is the energy of manifestation of what we have dreamed of and what we have pursued in faith starts to manifest into the tangible. So you know those moments in your life where you're reaching, it's just out of reach. This is when those little tippity tips of the fingers actually boop, touch down. You're going to actually start to feel this newness coming. And then you might realize that the reason why the newness kept evading you is because you had to catch up with inside of you. You had to, right, start taking on the mantle of your newness, right? Because the old you can't touch the new life. Only the new you can touch the new life. And so it was right there, just out of reach, because you were still becoming. And many of you still are, but I got to tell you, this is beautiful. Something is manifesting very harmoniously, very beautiful. It could be a new romance. It does say a new romantic cycle begins. Now, does that mean ooey gooey? Not for everybody. Romance, or the romantic period, has to do with an idyllic period and a period of idealism. So it's not all hearts and rainbows, but it is very Elysian, idyllic energy. That is what the romantic era was. So it doesn't necessarily have to be you're meeting a new partner. You may be very happy in your partnership, but there is an idealism and a balance that you have been dragged. You have been dragged, Capricorns, back. It's been made as difficult as it possibly could be made, and that is you. I just don't think you realize how you do realize. You know how difficult you make things for yourself because you don't feel like you've earned it or it's worth it, or you don't know how to interact with it unless it is difficult. And so that's just the way that you learn and grow. But I got to tell you, the exhaustion, the ability to finally give yourself that space to be like, yeah, I just want the happy. Well, the happy is coming. And that is my very, very, very good news for you around this beautiful time. Maybe emotional, okay, because that is balanced spirituality with practicality. Full moon represents there might need to be a release of emotions here for you, Capricorn, which, hello, y'all, that's fine. That's okay. Remember, there is always an extended reading after this reading is done. It's not done. But there's always, and I hope that you will come across, because I can be very candid with you over there, and you know the algorithm is restriction, let's put it that way. So let's see where we're going from here. Like I said, we got to get a little bit of the future. Now at first glance you might be like, oh, divorce? Maybe for some of you, but mostly what this means is it's not divorce. It's different. It's not the traditional. You're not, from this point on, my friends, 14th on, things become so different. And I think this is when you really start to experience the difference, the difference, and like feel and enjoy the newness of the situation. So moving forward, we have a break of tradition. You're breaking tradition. So what tradition that the Capricorns hold traditions very near and dear. You guys take it very seriously, but so this break in tradition is part of the transformation. We also still have, okay, so still moving into the future, there is going to be a break in the transition and a confusion about which way to choose. There can also be a lot of choices that you have in front of you. This card, I'll give you a hint, Capricorn, don't make any choices, because the choices are really just an illusion. You know when you want something, right? It's like having somebody, it's like being a little kid and you have waited all day for that chocolate cake that mom made. You just waited all day. You know you don't want nothing but that chocolate cake. And she goes and puts Brussels sprouts in front of you. And she goes and puts steak in front of you. And she goes and says, oh, here's your choice, the mashed potatoes or the corn. And you're like, because it doesn't matter how good this stuff is. You know what you want, and you'll know when you want it. And that's the thing. It's like you're in a situation now where you maybe don't know what you want, right? Everything is so new. You don't have to take anything. You don't have to grab anything. You can just window shop right now. And maybe that is really something that you need to think of and enjoy, right? This is your window shopping period. I don't know what I like. This is new for me. Good. This is brand new. Enjoy that newness and know that you don't have to feel pressured to choose. You don't. You don't have to feel pressured to choose. Okay, hold on. We got a little bit more coming into the future. First, you show up. Immediately I saw the devil and I was like, oh, fuck. But then I remembered who I was talking to. So it could very well be just you guys. You guys. So let's see. Oh, no, this is you guys. This is you guys. You're going to be very happy. You're going to be very happy. And like I said, window shop peruse, right? To discover what makes you happy and what really resonates high for you. Like, not forget about happiness, joy. It's like, and enjoy the experience too. To enjoy the knowing that you have options from this point on, and just embrace the delectability of the fact that I got options and that I'm not forced to choose. But then when we come out and it says, when you adopt that mindset, Capricorn, the choice will become very clear, and the decision to move into a different direction, and which that direction is and which direction that's going to be is going to become abundantly clear. Let's understand and see which direction this is and how far out it is. I will see you guys in the extended. Talk to you soon.